How we doing? I'm trying to figure out bias real quick. So we're delivering out of the daily city, but we're having this pretty bullish reaction to nothing. It's just nothing. We've inversed the hourly, so not a reaction to that. Maybe we're just coming up to hold the 4 hours, so we could say that. And maybe we have this 5 minute down here, so we'll say we're having a reaction to that. This 5 minute OB slash BPR situation. Wesley, I'm doing very good. Thanks for asking. Pretty good one-on-one this morning. A lot of good trade setups. I'm up on my funded, so that's good. I think I don't really know what the draw is right now. Maybe I'll be able to pinpoint it on the lower time frame, but we've swept a lot of sell side, so I don't think that sell side is our target anymore. I think at the moment this seems clear, this obvious high here to complete the market maker model, but after that, we don't really have equal lows or equal highs, and we don't have really unfilled liquidity anywhere. So if I had to guess, we're probably going for this high, which also happens to be an hourly SIBI at 50%. And then once we hit that, I don't really know what our target will be. Did I catch the long? Frosty, I'll go over all the trades I took. I took 3 trades this morning. And there was a lot of winning setups, so we'll go over each of them. Holding the 1 hour, not exactly for me. I think we inverse the 1 hour to the downside here. So if I draw this fib, or not this fib, this FEG over, do you see how we've inversed the 1 hour to the downside? To me, that's not holding it. That's us violating it. So I had to go down to the lower time frame to find something that we are holding, which in this case is this unfilled 5 minute here. All right. I think if you took a long here, that probably made sense just in the context of the rest of the day, watching to see how we swept liquidity here. But for me, it's during lunch, so I can't take it. But this 1 minute is A+. So if that's what you're talking about, Frosty, yeah. No, that's definitely A+. So yeah, you guys are doing a great job of listening when it comes to waiting for a setup at the extremity of the range, waiting for that obvious V-shaped pattern, that that good momentum, etc. What was your guys' draw for this play? Was it just kind of a momentum thing, and you just thought that it would work for a break even, and then you weren't really sure? Is lunch PA more trash? Most of the time, yeah. Today was pretty good. But Frosty, what were you trying to target here? What was your conviction in the market going up here? Gotcha. Okay, so you were just taking this based off of power of 3, kind of like the whole retrace idea. Price, has a tendency to want to reverse after a massive dump. I follow, but not really anything based on draw. That's okay. So for me, I think that a good draw here is probably this internal high instead of an FEG. But as far as like A plus draw, we would have needed like equal highs and unfilled fair value gap on the higher time frame, like the 15 or the hourly. And that would have probably had to align somewhere around 50% in order for me to like feel confident and good about a draw, which in this scenario, not necessarily, but like you said, the momentum gives you the confidence to enter, and then you just kind of send it. So I don't think it was a bad trade. But yeah, I'm going to wait until we have about 50 plus, maybe 60 people in here before I kind of go over the trades this morning, because I think there's a few good ones that we need to highlight. And then after that, we can go about the rest of the stream just as expected. William, are you in here? I do not see William. William was my one-on-one this morning. We took that initial first loss, and then after that, we were able to recover on a few other trades, and he ended the day green, so that was cool. But yeah, I think the simple answer, I don't know if you guys saw Dodgy's post, but the simple answer to his question is basically going back to what I always talk about, which is essentially rules are set in place not necessarily to create profitability, but they're set in place to hold you accountable and hold your emotions accountable, okay? They're almost like a safeguard. They're like training wheels, right? Once you're able to have self-control and you're able to control your emotions, your rules are only in place to limit your trading. That's essentially it. And that's up to your discretion what you feel would be best for your trading based on how you respond and what your emotions are throughout a trade. Okay? And in my opinion, Dodgy is patient and is consistent with his ability when it comes to managing his emotions during a trade, where I don't necessarily believe that he needs to have a rule in place that prevents him from taking trades throughout the rest of the day, because a rule like that would mainly be set for somebody that has a tendency to revenge trade or over leverage or something like that, and Dodgy doesn't have that problem. So as long as he continues to take A plus setups, I don't really think that there would be an issue with him trading more after a loss. But I think that that's hard to convey to a live stream of a bunch of emotional people. So I think for the sake of the stream, he'd be better off continuing with how he normally manages his trading and how he expresses that he's off his live once he takes a loss. But in Sacred, I think he should go and trade on his own. What do you guys think? Oh, cool. You just joined. Yo, I was just talking
Yo,
about you.
what's up?
I saw your like little video talking about how you want to change your rules. Did you see my response that I put in general chat?
Yeah,
What do you think?
but I can't control my emotions.
You can't? Well, then yeah, you should probably keep that in place.
No, I can't.
Oh, you can? Oh,
Cause yeah, bro. Cause at the end of the day, like I look at a setup and I'd be like, would I be mad if I put this in my journal?
yeah.
And it's like, no,
I mean, the one trade a
you
day
know?
rule is mainly for people that like have issues with like over leveraging after a loss or revenge trading or that kind of thing. And I feel like that doesn't necessarily apply to you. Like all you're doing essentially is limiting your trading. I always preach in PM stream that the reason why we have rules isn't necessarily to make you profitable, but it's to manage your emotions while trading. And so if you're able to self-regulate and self-control your emotions, all those rules are doing is putting a limit on them, basically your ability to trade.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
But bro, I might start like I don't know.
I think
I
that you
might
should continue
start a
doing what you're doing with stream and just saying that you're getting off live after taking a trade, but on your own, I think you should just keep like trading.
yeah.
Like, and don't tell them. Because
Yeah, some
it'll be
people are gonna
hard.
get mad, bro.
No, but it'll be hard to convey to a bunch of emotional traders that they shouldn't be trading, but that you're different.
Yeah,
But you are different.
you're gonna get. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I might just like do copy trading 19 on my accounts, and then
Okay.
the 20th, I just keep trading, like all good setups,
Yeah.
just see what happens.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like I got tested.
So for those of you in the long, we just hit that internal high that I thought we would hit, and then we're about to hit 50% too. So the momentum up is telling me we're probably going to go higher, but we did just happen to that unfilled hourly, so we'll just have to see the reaction of this.
What are you guys watching?
We're just watching longs right now. There's not really a setup to take. Um, there's not really a good draw right now. The only thing that I think we'll end up doing is if we get a reaction to 50% here out of the hourly, put in a 15-minute BISI, and then come back and get a setup out of that, I might be interested in that. But only if we get like a good draw, like equal highs or something.
Yeah. Got you. That's what I'm doing.
You're on a run because you took a loss?
Yeah. Nah, that's not why. Just because I always run.
Just because. I remember back in the day, you said that if you like broke a rule or something, you
I didn't break a rule though.
yeah.
What? Push harder. I've been trying to blow my cow. No more. Ah! That's me right now.
W.
Not a ski.
Dodgy Goggins. Yeah, bro, he's got to move the
Dude.
boats.
Yeah, dude. Bro, but you're not going for south side or buy side. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like we have literally probably not going for a single one.
This 4-hour BPR is going to hold. We got 18 minutes to close, and we just wicked all the way back up.
I don't think we're gonna go for buy side or sell side till CPI.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got a one-on-one tomorrow.
Nice. With who?
Mitch again. Mitch and Mike.
Hey.
Or Mitch and Mo.
Yeah, dude. You gotta get on the winning signal so then they do another one-on-one.
Well, that's just the thing. They've been so unlucky with the dates that they've scheduled, and they've all been like trend days. So it's been impossible to get setups. But like today, we had like 6 setups for him, and so obviously William ended up green. But we took that first losing setup that you did, so it looked good.
What was their thoughts on it?
I mean, it was a V-shaped recovery after hitting 50%, after sweeping liquidity, delivering out of the void there to the left, and we had equal highs above sitting in a fair value gap. I mean, I figured it would at least be break even.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
That's whatever.
Yeah. Just going to be that like 20%, right? You know, we hit 80% of the trades. Sometimes they miss, and it is what it is. Luck of the draw.
I know, dude. Dude, I want to schedule one-on-one under like a alt name and
oh
see what
yeah.
happens.
Oh yeah.
I'll grade you, bro.
Okay.
How many people are in here right now?
57 right now.
Damn, drop off from yesterday, huh?
I guess so. People took that loss this morning and they got off.
Hey, good for them, man.
I guess so.
Most people can't do that.
Yep. Most people joined by like 2, so we'll see what the true count is. But I've almost recovered all the Black Friday drop-offs.
What do you mean?
Remember when I ran the 50% promotion with you? Well, a bunch of those people canceled after the first month. like
Really?
probably 20, I think, or something like that. So
Damn, dude.
yeah,
Why?
just guys like 25 and 50 is a big difference. So
True.
but yeah, so far so good. I mean, the winning trade
Pump it,
yesterday was
baby.
good.
Yeah, it was good. All right, I'm listening to music. I'll see you later.
All right, man. See you. All right, so we have enough people in here where I can go over this morning's trades. Who took profit there at 50? Yeah, it's $50 a month. Rom Trader for the Black Friday sale was 25. So a bunch of people just signed up for the month and then canceled after. Yeah. All right, let's go back. So first trade started after 9 o'clock, and I think it was. So swept liquidity here. This was the first trade. This was the loss, obviously. Um, honestly, even in hindsight, I think this is a good trade. We hit 50%, had a good reaction off of it, V-shaped recovery, equal highs above. So if you took this loss, that's good. That's an A+ loss. Okay. This is the second trade of the day. This I ended up getting break even on because I had a bad fill. But this was A+ if you try to target, the highs again. You would have taken off half here, a quarter here and left a runner, and then had been break even. And then this 30-second short trying to target the data wick was, I'd say, an A setup, but I thought it was good enough because of the momentum that we got through the gap, the fact that the stop was pretty good relative to the target. So if you enter here with your stop being the re equals the inverse, that's about a 30-point stop, and then your target's going to be about 90 points or 81 points, so it's 2.5 to 1 almost. So I took that, took partials, and then got stopped on my runner. And then after that, I took a long. Actually, did I take a long? No, I didn't take a long, but William took a long on this run up here. And then what I did is I took first this 30-second short and then got break even, and then I re-entered on the 1 minute here on this candle close at 10:21 and tried to retarget that data wick and was ultimately successful. And so that made me super green. So I took the first short there and I ended up break even off that. And then this short was the winner that put me way positive. And then after that, I was done for the day because once I take 3 setups, I'm done on my fundeds. So yeah, that was me. And then let's look for the rest of the setups that appeared today. So we sweep the data wick here, get this V-shaped recovery after sweeping liquidity to the left there, and then get break even. And then we dump more. Any setup here is to the downside is like a B setup now that we swept sell side. So you get more dumps again. At this point, it's 12 o'clock. This setup looks pretty good. I bet you it looks better on like the 2 minute here or the 3 minute maybe. Yeah, so this 3 minute setup's pretty good. Singular inverse just ends up being a break even trade. And then this last 1 minute here that you guys took is pretty good. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 setups today already. All pretty good. So you're saying Dodgy said that this wick isn't a data wick. Okay. Regardless of what you want to classify it as, a data wick, the bottom of the candle that forms the data candle, whatever you want to call it. To me, this is an important point of liquidity because of this right here. Does this VI look insignificant? Like, does it look like a couple ticks? Or does it look like it has some importance to it? Right? So even if we don't call this a data wick, there's clearly an inefficient delivery of price here where the open and the close create such a gap where orders weren't filled that this becomes important later on. So regardless of whether or not you want to call this a data wick, it's still an important point in liquidity. Because normally you don't see VIs that are 58.25 to 62.25. That's a 4-point VI. Most of the VIs you're going to see are less than a point. So whenever you see a VI like that, make sure you mark it and it stands out for a reason. It's because it's inefficiently delivered price. That's why something like this is also so important, and you'll see price come back to it many times because this is the opening range gap that exists between the close and the open of price. And whenever the gap is like significant and visible, it usually plays a factor later on in the day. No idea, Adri. So yeah, liquidity isn't just like data wicks or whatever. And I get what he means when he says this isn't a data wick. It's not a wick that's obvious and put in to create a low or a high, right? This is just some random low inside of the range. But what makes that significant is obviously the VI, even if you don't call it a data wick. Yeah, for sure, Wink. Yeah, so Adri, sometimes what you need to do is you need to log into whatever account that you have set up. Usually it's Tradeovate, just so you can get the market data. And if you don't have TradingView set up on your Tradeovate account, you won't get that live data feed. And the way that you do that is you have to actually log into Tradeovate, go to application settings in the top right, go to add-ons, and then make sure that you select TradingView as activated. You bought that? We shouldn't have had to pay for anything. I mean, I'm guessing you bought the. You didn't buy like the data stream, right, from TradingView themselves. You don't have to do that. It should be included with your eval or funded. Okay. Does it say up here? Do you see where this is a green button, or whatever you'd call this? Is it orange for you with a D? Yeah, you can, Poppy Chulo. I just don't recommend it because they're more expensive, right? I would rather take my time with that. Uh, Wait, they don't pay for that? Wait, who are you with? Why did you have to pay for that? No, no, no. I hear you. Are you using a live account or are you through a prop firm? Live. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, okay. So yeah, then you might have to pay for the data for NQ for TradingView. I honestly think it might be cheaper if you just bought a prop firm account and logged into that to get the live data feed, and then you'd also have a prop firm account on top of your live that you can just use as like a fun account. Don't you have to pay like for the actual NQ live data whenever you trade a live account? Not just the TradingView add-on? Or am I wrong? I'm not the person to ask for this. Okay, so yeah, it might actually be cheaper, Adri, if you just buy a prop firm account and then log in. What's going on, William? Awesome, man. No, no, I get it. So yeah, when we're in like a trend condition like this, I don't really know what to say. I mean, we need price to retrace to, some PD array in discount for us to take long. So at this point, I'm just watching and waiting. I'm not doing anything on the chart. William, I was actually looking for longs, like continuation longs. There's not really a clear draw on liquidity in my opinion, but I think that we've swept way too much sell side to continue looking for longs, and we're actually gonna stay inside this 4 hour. Plus, the 4 hour like candle itself just looks way too bullish to be considering shorts right now. But we will see. Like I said, I have zero clue what the draw is right now, and we're not really making any strides to fill in unfilled liquidity to the downside. So I'm guessing it's just going to be continuation longs for the rest of the day. But I think it would make a lot of sense to see price retrace to somewhere here, since not only is this a good liquidity pool with all these equal lows, but we also have the 15-minute gap right around that same level. So that's what I'd be looking for, is a long out of like 920. Yeah, I know. I figured we're going to inverse that 1 hour. Sounds good, Adri. I mean, MFFU is probably the most expensive way of going about doing that, but you could probably just use code Dodgy and buy an Apex account, and that would be cheaper. Oh, wait, no. Apex is only 50% off right now. Actually, the value you'll get from MFFU is probably better, unless you want to use a Top Step account. Um, Arwink, how much drawdown do you have? Because I know that for those accounts, I think they're only 2K. And then if it's the trade of 8-1, that means that you can only trade the same amount of micros as you can minis. You're telling me you can't trade three micros on that account? So you could get like 30 points in a day and be good. That's like 2 winning trades. You have to make 1K of profit, and then you can get moved up to 3. All right, man, I'm going to be honest. That's kind of on Top Step. Like, they just kind of suck in that regard. Honestly, guys, I'm going to say something kind of hot take, kind of controversial. I think Top Step is a shit platform. I think their value sucks. I know everybody loves them, but I mean, Top Step X itself is awful. Um, Top Step, like the combines that they have are bad value. Their drawdowns bad. The DLL's bad. The scaling plan is bad. You can't use micros at 10-1. Um, like that's awful. Like you're getting nerfed so hard. And what? The trade-off is like basically good customer service. You're losing all of those things compared to MFFU for like a 1 minute faster response time on your tickets. The payout process sucks. Like MFFU, it takes only $100 to get a winning day versus Top Step it's 200. The only other thing is that Top Step allows you to have 5 fundeds, whereas MFFU is only 2. But all of the other things, it's like, okay. And it's only a matter of time before MFFU increases their leverage. It's just, Yeah, Joey, I know. I mean, it's a two funded difference. I feel like you should really be only going to Top Step third. Like, it should be MFFU, max them out. then Apex, max those out, and then Top Step after that. I think MFFU is a lockout feature now too, right? I don't know. I mean, I haven't used it, but I'm pretty sure they do. Or maybe I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if they have the lockout feature. I guess that's another win for Top Step. But overall, I think for the fact that you have to pay a funding fee and an eval fee, so it's more expensive than MFFU and Apex, and the only thing you're really getting is the lockout feature, the customer service, and better payout times than Apex. I think the best option overall is still MFFU until you max out obviously their accounts. But like they're super beginner friendly. You get to payouts fast. Their payout process is amazing. And they're reasonable, right? Like the only bad part is they're like expensive evals, but there's no funding fees. So Rwink, I've never heard somebody get MFFU denied, but I know Apex does, so I understand why you'd be fearful of that. I just like Apex because they're so cheap, and you can get like a lot of accounts, so you can pick up a lot of leverage. But yeah, no. As far as MFFU payouts being denied, somebody would have to link that because I've never heard of that. But yeah, that's my hot take of the day. So as far as you getting an account right now, Adri, I think getting a 50K starter from MFFU is probably the best value. But I think if you want to go the cheap route, I would just wait for Apex to go down to 80% off. I think that they're good straight to funding, Danley. Adri, the only problem is nothing really here is telling me that we have good enough momentum to get short yet. I mean, we've only dropped 15 points and it's been 6 minutes. I know people that have gotten payouts from those, Danley. They're good. They're just really expensive. So if you're gonna buy one, make sure to use my code. But yeah, Christian, definitely the 50K starters. Yeah, Adri, I'm not saying Top Step is necessarily a bad firm. I just think that as far as like the top three go, they're definitely third. Like, I'll give you an example. You know the German automakers? I'm about to piss off a lot of people. So you have Mercedes, you have BMW, and you have Audi. Audi is like MFFU. They're relatively perfect, but they have a small performance division. Kind of like, you know, how MFFU only has 3 fundeds, okay? But everything is very refined. And then you have Mercedes, who kind of throws a little bit everywhere. You know, they kind of miss, they kind of hit on some things, but overall, you know, there's cheap options, there's good options, you know, whatever. That's kind of Apex, okay? And then you have BMW, and BMW is just dropped off a cliff. And I mean, BMW is just straight up Top Step. I mean, they were once great, they were once really good, and now BMW is just not good, and that's basically Top Step at this point. Mercedes MFFU, that's a hot take. I think Mercedes low key kind of shit the bed with their EVs, and I think a lot of their like C class and the CLA and all that that's terrible. I think Audi is definitely MFFU. I mean, the Audi's SUVs are great. Audi's electric vehicles are great. Audi's performance cars are great. Audi's sedans are great. There's not like tell me a car where Audi missed. I mean, BMW has awful design now. Yeah, for sure, Fahrenheit. Like you can still pick up an Audi for sub 50K for a luxury car for sure. No, Adri. No, I don't think BMW has come out with anything since 2018 that I've liked. Yeah, same juice. I think the designs are awful, and I think the interiors are like not great for a luxury car. Let's trade oil. Okay. Like, okay, this is a question for the car guys. Would you rather have an Audi e-tron or an S class, like a what are they called? The EQS. Would you rather have an EQS or an e-tron? I mean, nobody wants an electric car, but that's where the market is going. So that's the reason I'm using the example because it's the high tech, cutting edge, realistic. An e-tron is basically a mini Taycan. That's what I'm talking about. Lunch. So that's what I'm saying, right? Like the EQS and the e-tron, like they're competing in the same market, but nobody's picking the EQS because the design is awful. I mean, I'd rather have a Porsche too, but an Audi is basically just a mini Porsche, right? Same manufacturer, they share a lot of parts. I mean, the drivetrain that exists in a lot of Porsches came from Audi designers. So yes, Porsche's more refined. Don't get me wrong. I agree with you guys, and they're not one to one. But like for example, yeah, Lambo and Audi. Did I say Porsche or did I say Lambo? I said Porsche. That's what I thought. I don't know how it all works. I thought everybody that was under like the VW umbrella all shared parts with one another. So if that assumption was incorrect, then forget what I'm saying. Yeah, Volkswagen's not very good, but their other cars are great. We just needed to get like a Toyota to come into the prop firm space. I'm sick of having the big three German luxury brands basically to choose from. Just give me all reliable. Just give me like something where like you know they give me basically easy small payouts and they're cheap and they're good funding and yeah. Oh yeah, the 25K milestones on MFFU. Those were good. Wait, price is moving. Kinda. It's moved 20 points in 4 minutes. We've moved a lot like throughout the day. Don't get me wrong, but we need to see like a retracement somewhere here, and we're just not getting that. What does cars to do with cars? Wait. Nothing. I'm just giving a stupid um comparison between prop firms and whatever. But okay, so just to clarify, we're saying everybody here agrees that Audi is the best, Mercedes is the second best, and BMW is the worst. Dang, we got a lot of BMW drivers in this chat. I'm surprised. Um, do I pass evals with NFP, CPI, or PPI? I don't like what's it called? like trade the news, but I'll take like OSFL setups after the news comes out. Yeah, I agree. I think a lot of the Mercedes, like the newer Mercedes, don't look good. I agree with you. I would be willing to split the difference, but as long as we all agree that Audi's the best, you know. No, I get that. Let's look at the 2025 M3 real quick. So this is the one you guys are saying is like the next best thing, right? All right. I don't hate the exterior. Oh wow, the old taillights, they run them back. They look better. What is okay. Uh hmm. Um no. 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 Yeah, no. No. Do they even make this car anymore? Or is it now like the RS5 or whatever? Yeah. Bro, it's like night and day. Would you say this is probably more comparable to the M5 than the M3? Yeah, Rome, that's a good one. But I don't know. I feel like a lot of people have that as their dream car, and so now, like, if you said it like 10 years ago, people would have like respected that like pick. But now I feel like everybody wants that car. So Aston Martins are cool. I think I would definitely drive the Valkyrie, but I um I would probably get a Turbo S over a GT3. In my opinion. This 1 minute inverse looks somewhat interesting, but like I said, like I don't think the bias is bearish, but I think it makes sense to come back to like this 15 minute and then go break even. All right. So we'll just see. I don't know. The bias is like not easy right now. Wait, when is lunch? You had the Turbo S? Okay, so wait, you actually know. You're a knower. Bro, everybody and their mother wants a GT3. Like, if you're not selling that car for profit right now, like, I feel like you're making a bad financial decision, low key. Even though the GT3 is a great car, I just feel like the prices are so overinflated. And then you can go buy, like, 6 different C8 Corvettes for the exact same price. It's almost getting to, like, the same price as, like, a used Aventadors. Like, and I'd rather have an Aventador over a GT3. No disrespect to the GT3, I just think that the Aventador is like more prestigious of a car to have. Oh, for sure, clandestine. But I also think that there's like a little bit of hype behind the price right now, so I'm guessing it'll drop off for a bit and then it'll continue rising. Nah, just like a normal Aventador. What is like? I know the SVJ is like crazy, stupid, expensive. Oh, did I just leak? I don't know. I probably just leaked. Oh well. Yeah. See, look, 350, 319. And like these things aren't depreciating. Dude, this guy drove this car and it's still 350. That's crazy. And it's a good deal, quote unquote. I like that. I like that road. Really? You lost 50K in a year on your GT3? Hey man, that's better than a Model S owner though. Model S depreciation is crazy. You buy the car for 120K, it goes to 30K after 1 year. No, I think the 370Z is nice. I just don't like when people rice out the 350s. But I think Nissan was once a okay car brand, and now they are on the verge of bankruptcy, and have only been saved because of Honda. So they're like a car brand that didn't move since 2009. They've been making the same cars for 15 years. I mean, the GTR is like the exact same car it was 15 years ago. Do I enjoy trading? Of course, Adri. Nah, dude, I've just been doing this for a year and a half because I hate it. Then I think that you should only do something you enjoy doing. So if you're doing something and you hate doing it, then you should probably not stop doing it. That's my take on that. JM Hawk, if you have the capability to quit financially, yeah, for sure. Not financial advice. Nissan, Roan, Honda bought like a majority stake in them, and they're like gonna save their brand from going bankrupt. Yeah, the thing is, guys, I talked today about with William about this, and trading is one of those weird things where you know how like whenever you're trying to get better at something, you want to invest as much time into it as possible and put as much effort in and you know work as hard as you can at it because it's going to make you better, right? Effort in equals results. um it's kind of the opposite in trading. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this concept called like diminishing returns, but it's basically like the more effort, money, time, whatever you put into something, the less and less gains you'll get from that thing. Well, in trading, it's almost worse than that. It's not even diminishing returns necessarily. It's more like negative diminishing returns, where you end up seeing worse results the more and more you stay on the charts and try and improve and do these things. I think that the best thing you can do is take a couple hours a day and really focus in on the charts, really lock in, learn. And then after that, get off and spend the rest of your time, if you want to continue learning, looking at content online or backtesting or something like that. But staying on the live charts for more than 2 hours a day, I feel like is going to give you negative returns because you're going to end up building bad habits based off the time you spent extra on the charts. Maybe that's just like in my personal experience or from what I've seen from other people, and that's not the case for you. But I genuinely think the less time you spend live on the charts, the better off you're going to be as a trader. Because you're always going to have that temptation sitting there wanting to take a trade or, force another setup or whatever, right? Um, And the best thing you can do is just take, less time and really focus on perfecting the craft. What if you're just starting? Then be a sponge and continue to stay here and continue, working towards it. But for a lot of people, I think if you get on and take a couple winning setups and then get off, that's good. And if you're one of those people in PM that's here because you can't trade AM, that's good too. I think if you're just starting out and you want to, learn a ton, and being an AM and PM is definitely for you. Or if you're just one of those people that likes to have somebody in their ear, talking to them, talking through price, that's fine too. But knowing your limits and your balance should guide you towards a better result in trading. Obviously 2 hours is just like an arbitrary number. If you feel that you can stomach 4 hours of the charts per day, then go for it. If you can do 8, go for it. But you need to find a healthy balance that works for you between the live charts and trading. Yeah, I think that's the case for a lot of people in their jobs too. It's not just a trading thing; it's more like a everything thing, right? Like a lot of people only technically put in 3 hours of productivity every 8-hour workday, right? And this isn't me pleading with you guys to cancel PM. That's not what this is at all. I'm just trying to be realistic, and what works for a lot of people is taking one setup per day, or 3, or 2, and calling it, right? And really limiting yourself to that until you're able to build that emotional maturity, and you're able to really get a grasp on how your psychology is with trading. You need to have rules on yourself that prevent you from, over trading or revenge trading or over leveraging or anything like that. Which is what we kind of started the stream out talking about, about dodgy and all that. But yeah, no, I absolutely love having everybody in PM stream. I love the community we've built. I love just watching, the chat after you guys have taken a big winning trade and seeing all the ones. And I think that's awesome because that means you guys are learning. And it's especially cool too when I get DMs sorry to call you out, but last night at Cuzzle just DMs me. He goes, just got a big payout. Talks about the IFEG strategy and all that. And I love seeing you guys get payouts because that kind of shows that I'm having an effect. And at the same time, you guys are learning a lot because at the end of the day, it's not me the one pushing the buttons. It's not me the one handling your emotions. It's all you. So every single time you guys get a payout, of course, I've done something with the education that I provided, but it's all you guys. You guys are the ones that are pressing the buttons and doing all that. For sure, Tim. Yeah, for sure, Adri. No, that's you're definitely in the right boat then. You're definitely in the right space. Could I rate, or do you trade the 15-second? Yeah, only when price gets kind of choppy. No, nothing's been taken yet. What do I think about this 30-second? The short. Honestly, I think that price conditions are too bad to trade right now. Isn't this a good long setup? No, guys, there's not really any good long or short setups right now. We're just kind of chopping in a range after a big, massive move up. And I think the reason why we're stalling right now is because we're running into the new week and new day opening gap. R-Wink, it's just that we've taken out a lot of sell side and we're delivering out of the 4-hour BPR right now. It's a really bullish reaction on the 4-hour. Lewis, I think the better play will be a reaction out of the 15-minute for value get. Instead of trying to go against bias and just take a short. you were talking about what time frame is that? That looks like the 1 minute. So whenever we see the candle that inverses the gap hit the internal high before inversing the fair value gap, that would be considered an invalidated long setup. Because what we're trying to do whenever we take an IFEG setup is to actually target this internal high. So once it's been hit, we don't have a target anymore. Okay, we don't have a good draw. The reason why we take IFEGs in the first place and why we look for singular IFEGs is because fair value gaps, the last gap in a leg, is a PD array that's set in place as a roadblock to see price continue to move lower. Anytime price inverses a bearish PD array, that's seen as a bullish sign and vice versa. And so if we see price inverse a bearish fair value gap, it's the last gap in the leg, and we see a lot of momentum through that, that's a really bullish sign. And what that tells you is that price wants to go for the next point of liquidity, which is that next internal high, right? Once that high is swept, we have no idea where price wants to go. All we knew from price inversing that fair value gap is that it wanted to go for that next high, okay? So if we see price hit the high before, inversing the fair value gap, that tells us that the trade's no longer valid because we don't know where price wants to go to next. We only knew where price wanted to go before that high was hit. Does that make sense? No, a PD array is just like fair value gap. Right? Or an order block. So yeah, we do have an SMT here. Ooh, that 2 minute does look interesting. I do think that we're going down. I just don't know when or like how many tries it's going to take for us to go down. I mean, it makes sense here because of the SMT, but for me, like I said, I think waiting for a long is going to be a more high probability trade than trying to force a short that goes against the bias. Yeah, exactly, Adri. You're going to try and do everything at the same time, though. So here comes 230. So there's the 1 minute. Here's 230. I'm guessing we're going to run the low here. Yeah, Adri, once the liquidity is hit, then we see the reaction. And then after we see the reaction, then we look for a setup in whatever direction the reaction tells us the market's going. Yeah, we're going to try and look for a long out of this 15-minute fair value gap here. That's the goal. And then we'll try and target all these stacked highs up here. Um, Honestly, no. No Fahrenheit. This is the only setup. On the 32nd, there was this. But I probably wouldn't have taken it since we didn't have a good reaction to taking buy side. But we did get the sweep, and it's in the macro. So actually, this isn't too bad. And then break even once we hit this high. But yeah, maybe that 32nd there. And then every other thing was just like a B setup. Adri, because the shorts go against the bias. So I told you that in order for a play like this to work out, it needs to go with the bias. And whenever you trade against the bias, the conditions are lower probability. And like I said earlier, I have no idea how many attempts it's going to take for us to retrace to go to that 15-minute. And I don't want to be caught in one of those attempts where it ends up not working, right? Now, technically, the 1-minute setup hasn't failed because you have to include what's called an inception gap, which is the fair value gap that's created on the price leg that inverses the fair value gap. And so you'd set your stop above that. But yes, clearly this looks like it's going to fail. And it's funny because I believe we had somebody in here that was really trying to take... Oh, yeah, it was Tim. Tim, how do you feel about not taking the setup now that it's, like, not working at all? Why, Tim? We didn't even get a liquidity sweep. I know break even already. All right. Yeah, so Adri, sometimes when we have bad price action, which would you say that compared to this price action right here, that this isn't as good? So whenever we're in an area of bad PA, oftentimes we'll see price avoid sweeping liquidity, barely miss targets, not fill fair value gaps, not be efficient price, et cetera, et cetera. And so that's why when I talk about not trading during bad price action, this is why. Because the setups are lower probability, they don't deliver to their targets, and we see instances in price where we violate bullish fair value gaps and bearish. Also, another problem with this trade, Tim, is that this 1-minute gap is just not obvious enough, right? Whenever we're looking at 1-minute gaps to take as an inverse, we're always looking for 4 points or greater, and this is just 3 points. So why is this guy looking for shorts? I don't know, bro. Ask him. Got a lot of questions, Adri. That's good. I mean, that's what you're here for. It's funny. What about the M3 IFEG? Let's take a look. What are we talking about? Ooh, this one? No liquidity sweep, so no trade. Did we tap into like a 30-minute gap? That would be annoying. No, we didn't. So we're literally just reacting off nothing. Nice. I mean, it looks good, but like no sweep, no delivery, no dole, no trade. For sure, Tim. The rules are only in place to not necessarily make you profitable, but just to keep your emotions and keep over trading and over leveraging and stuff in check. It's the 4-hour VI. It's also the new week opening gap and the new day opening gap and the VI. Oh wait, the VI is the new day opening gap. My bad. Yeah, no, that's good, Adri. You should keep following the rules of the model. Is anybody here a Commanders fan? Okay, good. The Lions play the Commanders on Saturday evening at 8 p.m. And the Lions are going to absolutely crush the Commanders. It won't even be close. Also, Sam Darnold is a fraud. Wesley, are you a Vikings fan? You're from Minnesota? No. No. Damn, bro. Hey, you know what? Sam Darnold just saved you guys so much cap space, though. He just saved you so much money. You guys continue to pay J.J. McCarthy on his rookie salary and then build him up, have a fire mentor, Daniel Jones, and start him next season. Yeah, that'd be cool, Wesley. Yeah, I agree with that. I'm hoping the Rams beat the Eagles. I think Stafford sees ghosts whenever he plays at Ford Field, so I would really like to see him back there and have Jared Goff shit on him one more time. Um, yeah, Fahrenheit, you can. Uh, so like in this instance, Christian, I could use it for that. You're absolutely right. But to me, the New Day opening gap is only really relevant like before it's been filled. After the New Day opening gap's been filled, it's kind of irrelevant because at that point, price has been efficiently traded through it, and so for me, it's just like another point in price. It's not really significant in any way. Most of the time, the New Day and New Week opening gap aren't that useful to me. I feel bad. PM has just been not good. Not very good price action at all. But that's to be expected. I mean, we had massive moves overnight, and then we had a massive move, you know, this morning. So this is to be expected. So we've talked about cars. We've talked about football. Any other topics? MMA. What am I cooking tonight? No idea. Probably just leftovers. Leftover pasta or whatever. Well, Christian, yesterday we took one. I like to say we usually go for 2 to 4 a week. Have I gone to the gym? Not yet. Thoughts on the market when Trump takes presidency? I think we're going to see a lot more random pumps and a lot more random dumps. Maybe crypto goes crazy too. Fahrenheit, it's going to be really good for IFEGs though. Fahrenheit, the odds of that happening, of us being in a trade, not being at break even, and then getting stopped out as a result of a Trump tweet are like so low, I think. Yeah, of course, Rowan. Okay, Fahrenheit, okay. No, Rune, not yet. Just stocks. And I have a CD that I bought from when like interest rates were super high. Not yet. Not yet, Adri. No, Wesley, I'm not. My one friend is. He has like probably $600,000 wrapped up in it. That's like his entire net worth. Juice 21. Actually, he might turn 22. He's like one of those people that like believes Bitcoin is like the only viable currency for the future. So that's why he has so much money wrapped up in it. Nah, he sells insurance. He's I'm pretty sure he runs an insurance scam or he commits insurance fraud. But yeah, I don't I don't know. He's not really a friend. He's more of an old friend slash acquaintance that I keep seeing Snapchat memories of, and he keeps posting stories of him in first class seats and, um, that kind of thing. He's not really like somebody I hang out with regularly. He's just like a dude that I know mostly. But yeah, I knew him from high school. I knew him from like playing Fortnite, but I haven't really like caught up with him lately. But yeah, basically this is what he told me he does. He tells me that he sells insurance to people at a worse rate than they could get, and then later on the road, after he collects the commission off the first sale, goes and sells them the better insurance that they originally could have had, and also collects the commission on that. Yeah, I think that's what he called it, maybe. We're almost about to hit this 15-minute now that I've been after like all session. Any good setup so far? Not really, Seb. We're just kind of watching. We've just been chopping all session. Roan, don't have any idea. What's the current market cap of XRP? Because that's how high the price could go. It's like 300 billion. Well, if all of crypto is at like what, 3.5 trillion right now, or 3 trillion, you would need all of crypto to rise. I'm guessing what, 20% to see a gain of like 6K. I mean, I'm guessing like they're all pretty tied together, like the top 5 cryptos. So once they all start rising, they'll like rise together. I don't know how the crypto market works, to be honest. Like, what do you want XRP to hit? Like, what is it at right now? Like 2.2 or $2 or something like that. 2.7. Okay, so if you want it to double, you need to see the market cap doubles. You need to see $300 billion added to the market cap. I mean, that's about it. And in order for something like that, I think you'd have to see a massive rotation out of like typical financial instruments like stocks and real estate and that kind of thing, and inject it into crypto. We've seen already a mass movement of money into crypto, and in order to see additional gains, we either A, need to keep printing money, or B, there needs to be a sell off of some other major financial asset and rotate it into crypto. That's my thought. I'm guessing there will be policies that expedite that idea, probably from the current administration, but I don't know. We'll see. I mean, that's the case for any financial instrument. If you're expecting bonds to go higher, it needs to rotate out of a different asset. If you're expecting Forex to go higher, it needs to rotate out of a different asset. If you expect crypto to go higher, it needs to rotate out of a different asset. So it just depends. All right, let's take a look at the 15 here. So we might be coming back for 50 here, which could set up a nice long for us. This is decent momentum down. We also have that last gap that I talked about. This is where I'd be actually looking for a long. If we came down here and got a long out of there, I would be okay with taking that. Plus, we've left a good chunk of equal highs now, and this looks like engineered liquidity, so I could definitely see
Who blew their account? Who blew their account today?
But do you guys remember when I was talking about how I have no idea when price is going to dump? I'm just kind of expecting it to happen at some point, and I don't want to be caught in that move where we get an inverse and then it ends up failing, and then the next one ends up working. That's this setup exactly, this 1 minute gap.
So. Does he know over here? Hello?
Oh. Yo, what's going on? Sorry, I had my headphones muted. They auto turn off after 15 minutes.
Yo, who revenge traded today?
Not me.
Anyone in chat revenge traded today? Be honest.
I mean, I took setups after that loss, but I didn't.
Be honest. Trade. All right, everyone typing yes right now. I'm ashamed of you. How can I teach you when you're paying me $100 a month and I can't even teach you a strategy because you're blowing your account? So everyone typing yes right now should be ashamed of themselves.
So just juice?
Stay in Frost, you should be ashamed of yourself. I'm sick and tired of this.
Damn.
I'm not done. Be quiet. All right, I'm going to drive around to see you later.
All right, man, see you. Wow. Well, that was something. We're almost back to the 15 minute. Oh, this is a lot of momentum, man. This is good though. This is what I wanted. Right at the macro too. All right, we've hit that 15 minute now. We're not delivering from anywhere it seems. So this should just be like a short-term retrace and then maybe a setup forms. You know, we chop for a second, then get a nice long. Just sucks because there's not really like a singular gap to take back up where like we like dropped and then chopped and then dropped again, where it gives us like a good break-even target. Yeah, this 926 level Fahrenheit is what I mentioned earlier because it had the equal low thing going on. That was what I really wanted to see price hit before getting a reaction. So now that we've hit that, I'm kind of hopeful that price heads back up here, delivering out of the 15 minute. And if not, if we just keep dumping, well then I guess my bias was wrong today. But the reason why, I guess, is because it's hard to form a bias right now when the draw isn't clear and the delivery is like non-existent. So I'm basically just guessing, which that's okay. I'm not going to beat myself up too much over having a wrong bias yet because I don't even know if it's going to be wrong. R-Wink, we, like you're saying down here, I think as long as we're still holding the 4 hour gap, we're bullish. But if we were to inverse the bullish gap to the downside on the next 4 hour candle close, which will happen at 5 p.m. I guess, then I'd say that's bearish. All right, so we're about to hit 50, man, but this is a lot of momentum down. We just dropped 100 points in like 15 minutes. Not even, like 11. Oh, man. All right, well, maybe we are going down. Yeah, R-Wink, I'd say so. I think any inverse here back up is kind of bad because this is too much momentum down. But we've hit 50% now, so here's to staying hopeful. But I'm pretty sure we just inversed the 15 minutes, so yeah, that you just don't want to see that. Man, we just closed that hourly too. This is so bearish. Yeah, if we like inverse this 1 minute here, we're probably just gonna run everything. This is not good enough LRLR. Yeah, it's nothing. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just yellow folder. What is this? So yeah, we've inversed that 1 minute down. I'm pretty sure we're just gonna keep dumping. I mean, It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this one out. I mean, I don't know why we get a random dump here. I mean, I anticipated a retrace, but I have no idea why we're violating everything. We're not delivering from anywhere. This is just bad price action. Even like this last gap, we inversed, so I really don't know why. Yeah, we're literally not delivering from anywhere. I mean, of course, like the new day opening gap, right? But I need like a fair value gap or like something else to say that I'm delivering from somewhere. Tim, there's just like no entries. All your entries would be off the buy side of the curve, which I like say aren't the best. They have lower win rates, but whenever we're just dumping straight down like this and it's just red candle, red candle, red candle, I mean, a short chase is always going to be like probably in the cards. I mean, we just dropped 120 points in 15 minutes. So there's 3 o'clock. Yeah, kind of rolling. Honestly, Rowan, like, so look at this, okay? What does the end dog do to help you here when price is like this? Like, what is price telling you about the end dog? It has no meaning. There's no correlation between the new day opening gap and where price goes, right? So whenever something does respect a new day or new week and rejects off of it, I think it's just a coincidence. I think it's important. You can treat it like an FEG before it gets filled, before the gap is you know traded into. But after, it's kind of like trying to use an FEG that's been inversed already and disrespected a bunch of times as like an area of support and resistance. Most of the time, it's just random whether or not it'll work. Like that's how I would treat it. If it hasn't been ran through, you can use it. If it has been, I'd avoid it. So we've had how many consecutive red 1 minute candles? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 consecutive red candles. I've never seen an easier market to trade. Who chased, I guess. Uh, I am not seeing that. Oh my goodness, we're gonna put in the first red candle. I mean, the first green candle. It's the first green candle. By the way, we're gonna have a pretty big bullish SMT here. Well, that sucked. Yeah, Fahrenheit. I guess if we got along now, that would probably be enough retracement. So we got the 15-second there. Let's see. Are we going to fade the train? Ooh, okay. All right, maybe the 15-second has something to it. Psych, psych. The 15-second has nothing to it. But yeah, there's no really good like singular gap. We'd have to wait for manipulation like here, I think, in order to take something long. I mean, obviously we're going to put in a lot of unfilled liquidity above now. That maybe it could become a target, but like I actually don't know how I got the bias this wrong. I mean, I know the SMT. Obviously that was concerning, right? But why do we run up and inverse all of these bearish PD arrays to the left just to reject and form an SMT from nowhere, like with zero delivery? Especially when our draw was a sell side that had already swept a bunch of major sell side. Fahrenheit, I have no idea. There's like not anything singular or obvious, or that's what I'm saying. We have to wait for more structure at this point. I just feel bad because I feel like I've just been delaying all day and waiting for something to happen. And then like the setup we get doesn't even give us a good quality setup because we leave equal highs. We don't get a liquidity sweep. I mean, it's a singular gap with good momentum, but the only thing that's supporting this trade is the fact that we have a SMT at the high here, and we have like a 15-minute basically right there to go break even at. And that's it. So, I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, Travis, if we go to target previous day low, like, sure, that makes sense. Like, I would rather see that go to 694 at this point. But If we just came down to resweep the low created from this morning, like it's, or from lunch, I guess, like why? Yeah, sometimes, Roan. Like right now, I would expect it. What's ceasefire news? Um, that's such weird timing. Didn't the CIA do that before too? Who was the president that lost to Reagan? Was that Carter? So, check this out. Carter lost. Isn't the reason why because of the hostage scandal? The Iran hostage thing. What was it? Yeah. And so Jimmy Carter loses on the basis of the hostage scandal. And then as soon as he's elected out of office, the hostage thing goes away literally on Inauguration Day for Reagan. That seems like odd timing. And it kind of seems like that's happening again with Biden. It'd be really weird to see the Palestine and Israel conflict resolved right on Inauguration Day. It's like history repeats itself every 40 years, something like that. I'm guessing we'll find out about it in 10 years from now. It'll become declassified, and we'll find out that the CIA had a hand in the Israel-Hamas war, and I don't know. We'll see. Financial Juice, is that like a Twitter account, or what is that? Fin News, Financial Juice, gotcha. Whoa, whoa, all right. So we're good if I just click equities. Hey, the macro. I'm just kidding. Yeah, so I just click equities and we're good. Interesting. Huh. I have to sign up. Ew. It's this one, right? I'd have to sign up to do that? Yeah, okay, I'll do that later. I mean, hey, Financial Juice is probably better than Twitter. That's what I use. So I use like First Squawk and that kind of thing. All right, Green Day. Okay, Fahrenheit. Chill, chill, chill. Chill, 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 man. And failed, haha, is crazy. Frosty, you took that? The short? What short? Oh, you just mean the overall short. I see. Hey, good for you, man. So we hit the 5 minute now. I don't even know, man. Put in this 2 minute OB, I guess. Maybe this 2 minute OB works for a long. Bro, I don't know, man. There's no setup for me. This sucks. Just delivering out of the 5 minute. I'm so sad. Oh,
Bro, that jump was so easy. If you didn't catch that, you suck.
Yo, how was the run, man?
Dude, if you didn't catch that, you suck at trading.
Yep, I didn't catch it. I suck at trading.
Alright, looks like I have to fire you from PM.
Darn, man. All right, well, it's been fun, guys. I'll catch you in the next life.
Dude, that's crazy.
No liquidity sweep. That was the main reason why.
Dude, this is such bad PA.
Yeah, okay. Glad we're on the same
It's
page.
just like waiting for CPI.
We're watching this 2 minute OB to see if it works.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yo, fire revenge trade, Frost. Good job. Keep that shit up.
Okay.
Dude, I'm like 10 minutes on the driving range. There's so much traffic, bro.
Oh, yeah? Bro, you see this stuff happening out in California?
Yeah. Why?
Dude, it's crazy, man. Everything that was like in
Dude,
GTA is now gone.
This guy just got in the right lane that was a merge lane back into the left lane.
Oh, nice, man.
Bro, what are you doing?
Wesley,
I can't lie, I've done that before.
What's the business idea, man? You got to let us in so we can be first-time investors.
I'll invest in that. I just put 15K into the smoke shop that apparently is supposed to make me 1 to 5K a month. I don't even know what's going to happen with that.
Bro, what?
Yeah, dude, I just put 15K into some dude's smoke shop. They own like 80 of them. And once it's profitable, he'll pay me 1 to 2K a month of cash. So it's not
technically I should do it for taxes, but they don't report taxes. So
Chat.
I don't even know what's gonna happen with that.
This is
It's
what.
15.
Oh, bro, there's just. Wait, so he doesn't. He's not reporting to the IRS? Wait, let me get this straight. You invested in a business that doesn't report to the IRS? Chat, did I miss something? Bro, I can't even upload this video now. Yeah, Kay, I get that for like weed, but he's talking about like a smoke shop, like where they sell like vapes and like paraphernalia and stuff. They're not talking about like we're not talking about like a dispensary. Right? I don't know what he invested in. Honestly, he's probably making it sound worse than it actually is. I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut.
Supposedly they're super profitable.
Okay.
And I have no stop loss either, so I mean.
All right, send it.
Apparently they make like $800K a year, and they're putting $450K into the store.
All right.
And they do sell legal that stuff that's not legal too. But the police, the police don't really care apparently because it's like not harming anyone.
Hey man.
There's also no draw. There's also no drawn liquidity, so I don't know.
All right.
I'm kind of just targeting. I'm just kind of guessing here. Also, my name's not under any of it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. I mean, is there any paper trail whatsoever besides your admission right here?
No, it's just $15K. My name's not associated, and that's it.
All right, man. So how do you know that they're gonna pay you out if it's just like a verbal agreement?
I've known the guy for like we used to play Fortnite together all the time, so I kind of know him.
Okay. So it's kind of like a you and I situation. I see. I see.
Yeah, it's not like straight. Yeah. He was horrible Fortnite. I used to edit his videos.
All right.
He was so bad.
All right. Hey man, sounds like a decent idea. Bro, that's so funny. Hey man, well,
I'll let you guys know what happens.
Yeah, please do. I was gonna say if I'm ever in Florida, I'll come be a customer and contribute to the business success. You know.
Oh, the smoke shop ain't even down here in Florida. It's like in Virginia or something. I don't know.
Oh, really? Oh, is it a dispensary or a smoke shop?
Yeah.
Which one?
It's a smoke shop.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
A smoke shop.
Gotcha.
Do you guys know? Smoke shops are pretty profitable, right?
Yeah. It kind of depends on what area.
Dude, the ROI is insane on it. Yeah, I mean, they've experienced running them, so it's in a good area, apparently.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. We'll see.
You should promo it on the socials.
No.
No.
We're in Virginia. I'm not sure. So he sent me a video of what it looks like. It's pretty nice. Let me send a video real quick.
Quick question: If they're so profitable, how come they need money?
Like.
Are they just not liquid?
No, they are. He just asked if I wanted to be a part of it because him and his brother put like $50K in, and he's like, "You want to put $15K in and try it out, and be a part of it?" And I'm like, "Sure, whatever."
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, that's chill.
He's just giving me he's just kind of giving me he's just kind of throwing the opportunity out there.
Gotcha. That's cool, man. Yeah, that looks nice. Hopefully you sell a lot of vapes, man.
What do you guys think, man? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna work. But... Your notes are too many. Okay. We low key could get like a fire inverse down here.
Yeah, maybe if we come back, sweep the lows again, get a nice, singular gap, and then go. Because all of this to the left is kind of like shit. This 5 minute, 3 minute, like there's no singular gap here to like really take. You just be gambling to see if it goes higher.
Yep.
So Frosty.
Yo, Reliable. How many fundeds do you have right now?
Right now I have 15, and I'm working on 5.
How many fundeds do you have right now, Reliable?
15 on Apex, and then the 3 on MFFU.
Do you want to do a challenge where you take one of those and you try to take as much, like, just all good setups, no matter how they, like, just literally if it's a good setup, you just take it, and if you're red, you just keep trading.
Yeah, I can do that.
What's going to be more profitable in like a month or two?
Yeah, I'll do that on MFFU, right, so that way. Oh my god.
What? Oh my god. Yo, I am not reading all that. Yo, what in the world? Oh, is that his business model?
Oh, right. Yeah, I'll read this. What?
Yo, chat. Yo. Can you copy and paste all that into ChatGPT and say summarize this in a sentence? Someone please do that. Or just say summarize it. Summarize this in less than.
He wants to demo houses.
Shut up! I want ChatGPT to tell me.
Oh, okay.
Summary: get rich, evade taxes. Oh, okay. I like that idea.
Ooh, okay. Wait a minute. All right, if we got this 1 minute. Okay, so my only question is, this is just basically get rich quick? Because like, what happens when like everything is demolished? And like there's nothing left. Not obvious enough. It like just actually, dude, if there was like equal highs up here, I'd be okay with it, but like it's just not good enough. Oh wait, that's not even a gap. I thought that was the gap. That's the gap. Oh wait, no, it's a 15-second. Here we go. All right, so no inverse there.
No inverse there, okay. Dude, my friend's SVJ is so damn loud, bro. Crazy loud.
Dude, you can get like an Aventador for only 300K. Like not an SVJ,
I know,
but just like
might.
a normal one, like a 750 or something.
I might. We'll see.
Yeah, or go invest in 20 more smoke shops. Could be the
Dude, I'd rather do that than buy an Aventador.
Can't drive a smoke shop though.
Yeah, what?
Can't drive a smoke shop though.
Oh yeah, true, dude. True.
All right, who's in this 30-second? I liked the idea, Fahrenheit, of the whole low risk, high reward thing. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, you really don't have to risk much. So, well, there's, oh no, equal highs. All right. Let's see. Can we break the equal highs? All right. So there's the break even. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Are we going to get break even or is this going to pump? Oh, this is going to pump. Let's go. Let's go. Go crazy. Let's see. Where would TP1 be? Maybe the 15-minute up there? And maybe we'll just get break even, actually. No, don't do it. It was the only trade of the day to take R-Wink, so, like, no, I don't think it's the best setup ever, but I think it's a setup, so. I don't know enough about it to comment on it, Lewis. Yeah, exactly, Fahrenheit. That was kind of my thoughts, too. It's going to be a break-even trade, though, for sure. Yeah, I just got break-even. Dang, bro. All that drawdown for what? Let me just take a quick look, and I'll get back to you with an answer. I have to do, like, a refresher. I remember learning about it in the mentorships, and I haven't thought about it in so long that. Oh, it's just basically time is fractal. Yeah, I mean, obviously. Yeah, I mean, time is fractal, right? Like this is the whole idea of like the OB thing that I mentioned, right? It's the idea of time being fractal, right? We could look at wicks in the 1 minute and go down to like the 5-second chart, and they'll be BPRs, right? That you can use to take like trades off of, right? That's why we talk about, in order for an OB to be classified as an OB in my book, we need to see price close over the wick, right? Because a wick is just a tiny BPR in the lower time frame, right? 1 minute short. I am not shorting in these price conditions. I mean, you can watch setups on the daily work the same way that a setup on the 1 minute would work, right? Like an IPG setup. So I'd say like setups work across all different time frames. It's the frequency that changes, how many setups you take, right? So like if you're trading on the lower time frame, you're obviously going to take more setups than the higher time frame. That's the only thing that changes with the fractility of time. What did we reject? Nothing? Just a 15? All right. Yeah, for sure, Fahrenheit. But then the problem with using lower than the 1 minute chart is you start to get into this like impossibility to discern like what's a good setup and what's a bad setup. Yeah, that 30-second unfilled. Last gap in the leg. You right. You right. Sorry today was kind of a mess as far as stream goes. Normally it's not this unprofessional. I'll try and be better about it tomorrow, guys. Wesley, I do like your business idea though, man. Plus, it's like you're doing something good for the community. You're helping them rebuild. Now, my only problem with doing it necessarily in California is that I bet you there's a bunch of environmental regulation stuff that you're going to have to follow, and I'm guessing that becomes an issue whenever you're talking about demo and cleanup and that kind of thing, like where you dump, etc. You'll probably need a good lawyer. Yeah, that was my thought too, maybe, but that's the case for any new starting business, right? You're always going to have competition. So as long as they can provide a cheaper alternative, then I'm guessing it'll be fine. I'm guessing though, like a lot of people will want to work within their insurance company to do stuff like that. So I'm not sure how that would work as far as your business model goes, working with people's insurance companies to pay out. So we inverse the 1 minute. Never mind. Thought we were going to. I guess we didn't. You know what might be even more lucrative of a business than just doing demo? Why not just buy the land from people that don't have insurance and are looking to sell, and then hold it for a few years and sell it to somebody that wants to live out in California? It's a lot less work than having to just build a business. You can still do the demo thing if you want, because you'll have to demo your own land, I'm guessing, but that's true, you would need more starting capital, but I don't know, Luke. It kind of feels like the same vibe as Maui a few months ago. Remember Maui when they burned everything down? And people were talking about the cause or whatever. And then you had people like from outside of Maui coming in and buying like native people's land. Surf Pro doesn't do demo. That makes sense. Yeah, I think you should be good. Like I don't see an issue with your idea. Outside of the whole legal stuff. All right, so maybe a setup out of this 30-second last gap. You know, we put in a 30-second or a 1 minute here. That could maybe work for a long, but like, dude, this is bad price action. Hit that last gap now. Do I have a personal live account? I do, but it's only for long-term investing. As far as futures trading goes, I just trade on prop firms. I think that the risk reward you get from a prop firm is way better than using your own live funds. Plus, the taxes are better. I'm not an accountant though, so don't quote me on that. But I'm pretty sure taxes by prop firms are less than, you know, capital gains taxes. Because you're paid out as an employee or like a sole proprietor versus being paid out of capital gains. But I'm guessing somebody in here will correct me. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't capital gains like I thought it was like up to your income bracket that you're currently in, and then it's 40% after a certain threshold, like 400K or something. 1 minute long is good. It's not great. It's probably a B setup. Oh, okay, so it's about the same actually. I don't know, dude. I need to go and do some homework on this whole, you know, account and tax stuff because I feel like that's a whole other aspect to us talking that could, you know, spark some new good conversations and learn some more stuff all together. And I don't want to be giving any false advice, that's for sure. Like I said, listen to me about the you know, IFG stuff as entertainment. Don't necessarily listen to me about tax stuff. I didn't know that future Fahrenheit. That's good. Yeah, now I do, Wesley. I have an Amazon order that's arriving on the 26th, maybe that has everything. So wait, why wouldn't our income from prop firms qualify as that? Because it's through a prop firm, so it's just recognized as Schedule C. Okay, gotcha. Fahrenheit, are you an accountant, bro? Why do you know so much of this? Yeah, bro. I do my own taxes too, but I didn't see any of this last time I did them. See, like, that's what I was kind of going in the direction of Steve. I don't know. I feel like somebody that knows that much information's got to be working for someone else. Yeah, Wesley, I guess. I feel like there's something in the IRS tax code that says that you can't pay a non-licensed individual for tax advice, right? Okay, this is good momentum up on the 1 minute. I feel like this probably works. I feel like at this point, this late in the day, you're probably forcing a trade, but this is good momentum. I can't deny it. We have a close in about 15 minutes here, by the way. So maybe this is like our power of 3, daily candle wick being put in. Well, there's the break even. It's probably just going to be another break even trade like the last one was. Okay, good momentum here. I would take off, if you're in this trade, about half at this high. If it even gets there. We might have an SMT now at the high. No, we don't. We got about 3 minutes until the 350 macro. I'm kind of thinking this just gets stopped break even. Just barely missing that high probably isn't a good sign for longs. I'm just keeping in these wicks. Okay. Maybe. Nah, dude. Every time, man. It's not going to happen. They just want to bait us. Oh, wait. 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 All right. There we go. We got to take profit. Who took that one? One, 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 two. That's fair. Honestly, didn't alert it. Didn't say anything. It looked good, but it's like, it's too late in the day. This is bad PA. I'm interested to see what the 350 macro does here. Yeah, pump to all-time highs, then take out COVID lows. That sounds like a good setup. Let's watch the 15-year. Maybe this high makes sense to go get hit. 876. All right, Rowan. We'll see you tomorrow. Sugar, nah, not really. Just a whole lot of chop, and then we dumped randomly with no setup, and then this 1 minute long was like the only thing that like really presented itself, but it's too late in the day. Price action was too choppy. The wicks were bigger than the candles, and I don't know. I didn't really have any idea what the draw was. I just figured we would be putting in like the daily wick, and so maybe this, longs would work towards the end of the day. But yeah, here's 350 in 2 seconds. Okay, good pump. Wow, okay, so this long really is working. All right, I just closed out my runner there. So that's going to be it for me, I think. This could go higher, but I'm not going to fade a 15-minute Sibby. That's this obvious. It's the last gap in the leg. We'll see. That was still good for like 50 points for me personally. Which, that's more than enough. That's good enough. All right. Does anybody have any more questions they want to ask, or did anybody like just sell or finish their trade there with me? Or are you still holding in hopes of maybe 50%? Could see 50% back up here, I'm guessing. Yeah, so there's 50. All right, we just tagged it. Adri, we didn't. We were just kind of watching. I didn't alert anything. I took a trade personally on an eval, but like this setup was just okay. It was really choppy. The wicks were bigger than the candles. This was bad PA, and then we just got this one like light bulb candle here. But even still, like it was a pretty dim light bulb. So if you didn't take it, don't worry about it. Yeah, I just took it on eval. I didn't even mention that I was taking it. I was watching it. I told you guys about it. I didn't take it. Unfunded. No, R-Wink. I think that's fine. This is not an A+ setup, guys. Like I said, what I look for is like a trade that has good delivery and a good draw, and we get like some major liquidity sweep, and then we get the V-shape setup. Does this look like anything that I would normally take? This setup here. I mean, we have like this small low here that gets swept, but like outside of that, like, is there really a good liquidity sweep? Are we delivering from anything, or are we, inversing bullish for value gaps, and then having price, come back up and inverse bearish for value gaps? I mean, this is just not the greatest price action in the world. That's why I took it on eval. That's why it's like just an okay trade. This is not a setup I would normally take. Yeah, the first reason why I thought the draw was higher is because of all the unfilled FVGs. Second of all, it was the reaction we got to sweeping this low. Not a whole lot of displacement past it, telling me we were going to go for previous day low. And then the last point was that we continued to put in bearish PD arrays and then disrespect them. And so I figured, okay, we're probably going to head higher and run for that. Was 323 invalid FVG? Was it on the 30-second? I don't even see an IFVG there. You talking about the short? I would have never taken the short here. Yeah, so you don't want to short after we sweep sell side, like, ever. Yeah, I mean, it's not even the fact that it's too low. It's just that, what's your draw on liquidity? Like, are you going to try and aim for, like, the previous day low here? All right, well, that's going to be all for me, guys. Just so you guys, know for clarity, mark today down is 0 for 0, no trades. Just this one on eval. All right. Well, I will catch you guys all tomorrow. I'll make sure to get this video uploaded so you guys can recap our, car conversation, and then our football conversation, and then our business conversation, and then our accounting conversation, and then Dodgy coming in and talking about his smoke shop conversation, and then, maybe in between you guys can find some gems from today's stream. All right. I will catch you all tomorrow at 1:30. Peace out, everyone.